everyone, this is Star from H&S Designs Now. In this video, I wanted to let y'all watch and see how I am going to make a very large tree of life meant to hang up on the wall. I've got a couple of things already done because I didn't realize I was going to do a video to go along with this, and then I'm like, oh, I need to work on it. Let me do a video. Okay. I started off, if you can kind of see right here, I have, this is 18 gauge, or no, excuse me, it is not. This is actually a 14 gauge copper wire. This, unfortunately, was not purchased at Parawire, or from Parawire, or through Parawire, or whatever. Let me get it out. This was actually found in my home. This is the actual roll that I got this off of right here. So, yeah, there you go. So, yeah, I just took, I think, what did I take? 10 inches, I believe, of this 14 gauge wire. You see, I just bent it in a circle, and then I just bent the ends. I used my bell making pliers. I used the largest bail on it to make the loops. I did do the loops. This side of it is going this way. The other side is going the very opposite way. And I just took a little bit of regular 26 gauge copper wire to just kind of stabilize that loop and get it to stay together. And it didn't look too bad, you know. Could have looked better, but it don't look bad. But anyways, so you will need, if you're wanting to follow along right alongside what I'm doing, the tools and materials that I am using, this 14 gauge wire. I'm also using some flat wire, as you can see. This is, I'm not sure of the exact color. I think it's actually meant to be more of a, not antique copper, but vintage bronze or something like that. It was very difficult to get it in this shape, but yeah, I just kind of measured about 1 inch short from this hoop because I don't want it to, you know, I didn't want to do a loop. But as you can kind of see right there, that's about where I wanted it, about where I wanted to have it. And then also, and this flat wire is aluminum. I did take another piece of aluminum. This is an 18 gauge aluminum. It's about the same color, antique bronze or vintage bronze or antique copper or something like that. And again, this is going to be the outside loop. So I've got those. I also have a 26 or 22 gauge artisan copper, vintage artisan copper right here. That is what all of this is. This is going to be the actual tree itself. Okay. This spool specifically, I actually ended up purchasing this at Hobby Lobby, but I'm pretty sure that they probably do sell these colors actually on the Parawire website. And then as you can see, I've got different, now, I almost forgot, all of this is 20 inches, okay, give or take just a little bit. I did my best to get it all the exact same length. You guys who have worked with wire before, and especially when you work with a lot of it, you know how hard that can be to get all of it the same length. Was sitting there deciding what I wanted to put in it and how I wanted to look and everything. So I'm going with some really cute glass leaf beads. As you can see, it does have the hole going from the top straight down to the bottom here. I do have some of these really pretty flower beads that, again, the hole runs from this end down to this end, okay, on these. I don't know how many of each one of those that I'll be utilizing, but I wanted to have those on hand. I also have some aventurine chip beads, some, I can't remember what kind of beads these are, but they're chip beads as well, and you see they're nice greens, you know, I wanted to mix different colors together to give it a more natural look, because when you look at a tree, even though the leaves are green, they're like different shades of green and everything. And then I do have on hand my nice little tray of chip beads that has other stuff in it. So I may end up utilizing some of these others. I don't know yet. So we'll see. So I just wanted to bring this up and show you that I'm going to have it on hand just in case you see, because I'd purchased these, I believe, at Joann's. I purchased those at Hobby Lobby, though Joann's did have some smaller ones and I wanted to get them. I thought I got them and apparently not. These flower beads I bought at a bead store locally. So yeah, I don't know. But that's where I got these off of Amazon, I believe. So if I can remember to, I will put the link of that on there. If I can link anything else, I'll do the best I can to remember to add those links. For tools, you obviously will need some flush cutters. I did, like I said, I used my bell making pliers. I'm sure you can just use a pair of round nose pliers. You will of course need flat nose or bent nose or some type of pliers like that. They can get into a really tight space. They can kind of just take your coils and just kind of squish them together really well. And then also you're going to want to twist the wire together, so you may want to have two pairs of like a flat nose along with like a something else to kind of grip and turn, basic stuff like that. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump on into this thing. Yeah. So with this one, with the last, the last actual tutorial that I made, I don't know if I'd call it a tutorial even. I was painting some more dragon's eyes, and I decided what I was going to do on that one was just to let it record, fast forward it so y'all could just watch and see what I'm doing, put some sound to it, and I don't know if that had the best response or not. So I don't know. We're going to do it different this time. So I like to get my ends all about the same, at the same spot, roughly. And then I'm just coming together. I'm not necessarily straightening it, but I kind of do want them straight just a little bit. And if I wander off camera, I apologize. Okay. So, whoop. And see, then that happens. Then I get it all out of whack. Out of evenness. Alright. Got that pretty good. Alright. And yeah, pretty well straight. So I got a couple of them just a hair longer than the others. There's a couple in there that are a little bit shorter, but that's okay. So the way that I like to do is I like to take my points where I will be wrapping at, and I'm actually going to take just a few of these and separate them because I want like a viney look. And I'm just twisting. Okay, that's all I'm doing. Is I'm going to twist. And you see, it's only what, 2 inches maybe, something like that. Now here is one point, like I was saying, to take a couple of pairs of pliers, and you can help get that to move along and twist up really good. If you want to. When I've made smaller trees that are for like a necklace or something, I've definitely utilized doing that. It does help a lot. A lot. But because I have so many wires here, that can be quite difficult. I ended up getting 25 wires, 25 pieces of 20 inches. 25 pieces of 20 inches of this 22 gauge. So that's pretty well the stock of the tree. And then I'm going to take this at about the same point, from right here to right here. Now here is where I can definitely utilize my pliers and twist it around.
And I don't know if you notice, I am kind of twisting in a slightly different direction, and that's not really working all that well. But that's okay. Because you can do this however you so choose. That's why I'm not really making this as a tutorial, even though you can think of it as that, by all means. But I don't really want to think of it as that. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of set this, and I'm going to actually twist it in the opposite direction. That's how I want this to look. And I have seen people, when they make their trees, they attach their wrapping wires before they do this part. I like to do this part first. That's just my way I've chosen to do it. I've got to wrap this just a little bit more, twist it up a little bit more. Alright. And to about, yep, about there. Alright. Alright, so nice viney looking stalk. Of course, what I could have done is I could have added that and then separated a few and then twisted and, you know, and everything. But that's, I like that. That's pretty good. So now at this point, what we can do is we can definitely go ahead and separate our wires. This is, like I said, this is just how I have chosen to make my trees. I have tried different methods, different ways. This just is the way that I've chosen to do it. I don't know. Don't ask me. So, separate those. I've got that one separated. Separate a few. I'm not really grabbing any particular number of wires. I'm just grabbing a few of them is all I'm doing. Okay. And that one will be in the center. Alright. So these I do want to leave together up here at the top. Alright, and this is a particularly difficult thing to do because I've only got so much room between my camera and my workstation, and I tend to hold stuff up because I like to get closer to my hands, my face. So it's quite difficult. So now what we want to do is we want to figure out about maybe a little more. See, I want it to be about like that. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, let's see, I'm going to twist these up a little bit more right here. And I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to twist these up. And then I'm going to do one around that one. I'm going to twist these up. I'm working primarily with my left hand, and I'm not a left-hander, I'm a right-hander. So it's a little difficult. Just twisting it a little bit. Alright. Oh. And see, I keep hitting my camera, and I don't necessarily mean to. Alright. And you can always just grab your pliers and use your pliers to twist. Though I have personally found that when I do use my pliers, while it makes it handy, you see it kind of splaying out the wires. So if, you know, if that's okay with you, by gummit, do it. You know, now if you don't like that about using pliers, then just don't do it. You know, do it by hand. I just find that sometimes it makes it easier. You know. Alright. Pretty good. So I'm just kind of weaving this in and out a little bit. Giving it a little different look. Okay. Kind of getting these to cooperate with me. Because again, you know, I kind of want it to look viney a little bit. Alright, so, you know, I'm going to come in. I got plenty of wire down there. Good, 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 good. Okay. So now here comes a difficult part. And the reason why, I've actually had this project in my head for a while, a good long while. I kept thinking, how am I going to do this? How do I do this? And it's only been a few weeks since I decided that I was going to actually not just use one large round wire, but multiples, and trying to think, how do I get all those attached and make it look really, really nice? So that's a quite difficult thing to do. So I'm actually going to have to bring this up, and let's see. I think I'm going to need to set this down straight flat on my table. Get this, because we do need a few anchoring points, just to make sure that it's like not going to go anywhere if you pick it up and move it or anything. So temporarily, if you need to, you can just move these sets of wires out of the way. I'm going to twist that one just a little bit more. There we go. It also kind of kept the wires from getting in the way. So now with this, I'm actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed this through here. So I have a good idea of what I'm doing, but you can see that I'm just kind of making it up as I go to a degree. You know, I'm just kind of letting you guys watch and see how I'm doing it, how I'm making my decisions on what I'm doing and everything, and you know, all that jazz. And I'm just going to twist these up. Oop, 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 oop. I don't want you guys. I want these. Alright. 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 See now. Push that down. Push that down. And now I'm actually going to twist these in the opposite direction. Just because that's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get it all twisted in different ways and everything. Making it look a lot more natural. Although, you know, hey, if you make a tree and you leave everything straight, that can be really nice too. I've made some straight branched trees that I thought looked pretty good, you know. So it's all just up to you, whatever you want to do with it. Okay, and I'm just going to leave that right there like that. Okay, and yeah, looks pretty good. And actually, I think I actually am going to undo one. Yeah, that'll be okay. Yeah. Alright, so now I want to get my wires individually. And if you have made a tree of life before, you know this can be a headache. So, whew, there we go. Alright, so I want this one to be my center wire. And I'm actually going to want it to be a lot closer. So here comes the difficult part. How are we going to attach this? So I'm actually going to have to, because since I am right-handed and I need to use my right hand for this, I need to turn this like this. I'm going to hold, let's see, I'm trying to think of how I can actually get this to stay together. I can go ahead actually. Just kind of separate that part into two, get that about right there, and just so that it'll hold it. Okay, there's one, and there's two. Let's see how well that does. Lord knows, it's probably not going to be how I want it, but that's okay. It's all about trial and error and seeing what works. So we've got that. Okay. So this part is still flimsy, and that is okay. Because now we want to come in. I'm going to wrap this wire around twice. I am going to do a bit of a weave on these 3 pieces of wire.
So whatever it is that I do, however I'm doing it, you can always choose to do something a little different. Okay. Don't feel like you're stuck with what I'm doing, just because that's what I chose to do. All right, so I want to get this placed pretty well where I want it. All right, right there. Right there. All right. And I'm going to wrap this once. All right. And what you can do also, I forgot to mention, you can always have a pair of nylon jaws handy to flatten your wire. Okay. And I'm actually, let me see. All right. That's pretty good. Yeah. All right. And then now I'm going to come in with this, which my kids have gotten a hold of my wires and mangled them all up. I had them looking nice and curved and it looked good and everything, and they got a hold of it. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? So if you got kids and you do all this, you feel my pain. But yeah, my kids can be a headache sometimes, but I love them. So didn't quite get that the shape I wanted it to be. That's okay, because at least this is aluminum wire and it's easy to move. So I want that right there. So I'm just going to try to hold it as close as I can. Okay. And I'm going to wrap this one. 1, 2, and okay, time for the pliers. And that one makes 3. Okay, and so I'm going to leave that right there, like that. We may do more with that. I don't know quite yet. Like I said, we're just kind of going with it at this point. So what you could have done also is you could have stuck with the main base wire, done all that, and then added 2. That's completely up to you. This is just the way I've decided I was going to do it. So from here, we're just going to go ahead and move on to the next wire that we've got. It is going to be splayed out just a little bit because that's how I want it to look. So, you know, if you are kind of working alongside me, just kind of using the video as a bit of inspiration or whatever, you do you. You know, you do what you think looks good and looks nice. And I just realized I was off camera again. You guys, this is difficult. This is really, really difficult. Okay? No joke. This is quite difficult. I was crazy. I'm crazy. I really am. Because I decided I was going to do this all together at one time. Yeah. So, don't do like me. Do it separately. Alright. And actually, I'm starting to think that's what I might just do before I get too far. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Especially considering that I've only got the tree latched onto that main base wire right now, and this is the only other spot that it's latched onto. I can remove this. I should be able to move this pretty easily. Especially since it is aluminum wire. Now my ends are going to be a little bit wonky, but that's okay. Whoop. Forgive me again, because I will be hitting my camera arm a lot, and I don't mean to. But like I said, I don't have a lot of space to work with, so I just do the best I can. Okay, so I'm moving those out of the way. Going back to this, and I'm going to straighten this up a little bit, if it'll let me. I said go straight. Alright. Ugh. There we go. There, it's starting to go now. Alright. Looking much better. Alright.
I like my wires straight. I'm weird. Okay, so now we're just going to continue. So you see what I did. Don't do what I did. Well, I mean, if you did what I did, you see what I did, though. Something like that. I don't know. And I'm just going to tighten those up. Tighten those up. Okay, and then just wrap these next. So with this, I can just kind of push it out of the way a little bit. Wrap it. All right. I'm gonna tighten that up. Okay. Put those over there. All right. So now it's doing good. I don't have to worry about my main piece of my tree coming loose and apart from everything else. And falling off and all that kind of good stuff. Alright. And I'm just coming through, just attaching. And if you notice that when I did this middle one, I wrapped it this direction, and these I'm wrapping this direction, and these I'm wrapping that direction. I do that on purpose. That's just aesthetics. It's just how I like for it to look. I do that with almost all of my trees that I make. But you can, like I said, you can wrap it in whichever way you want to wrap it in. Because if you're working with me while you're watching, you're making your own. You're just watching me make mine is all you're doing. So, I'm getting a hold of other stuff. Alright, so there's a start. There's a not half bad start. So we're just going to continue on. Okay. And with this, we are going to split it up again. Okay. Twist it. Move these out a little bit. 2, 3. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3. I'll do this one more. Alright. There we go. Alright, so not too shabby. So I'm going to kind of tighten that up a little bit right there. Alright, and then I'm going to, let's see, take a hold of this one. And it's twisted. Okay, so, again, going to separate this stuff out. Alright, tighten that. This around, okay, and tighten it up. Take my next one, which is here. And one good thing about this is it's kind of still moving around a little bit, so you know, if it's not quite sitting where you want it to sit, no worries on that. You know, you can still kind of move around and get it where you want it to go. All right. And then last one for this little section. You get out of the way. Alright, and I'm just going to take what I can of all this, tighten it up pretty good. Alright, good enough with me, moving that out of the way. Now, this one. Now I am leaving a bit of space, kind of, not necessarily this part, but tension wise. I'm not tightening it up a whole lot because I want to leave space to where I can go in with my pliers in and twist that wire up that's here to give it a little bit more natural of a look. Again, that's just a choice that I'm making. You don't have to do that. You can make these wires tight if you want to. Okay.
And I do realize that I only went once around on these, and I went twice on these, and like twice on some of these. We can go back and add later, it's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and continue with this. And again, separating these wires out. Let's see how many we've got here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 again. Okay, that's okay. Just kind of separating, no particular order, no particular set number that we have to have or anything. And I'm just going to twist them up a little bit. This one I'm going to do the very opposite way. Oh, very hard to do this when you don't have a lot of space. There we go. Alright. So now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to twist it just a couple of times. I actually want the one that's only got 2 on the bottom. Alright. And now I'm going to twist a few more times. Try not to do too much, but I want it twisted a little bit. You know. Alright. Now I've got that. I realize I need to twist this one this way. Alright, so there's that. Okay. We've got those. So now we're going to come in, wrap this one. Now, if you wanted to, like I said, you can actually start over here and go all the way around. I like to do that middle piece first, that middle one first, just because it helps. I feel it helps to anchor all my wires down, and you know, it won't quite move on me as much. Just a personal choice. I am by no means an expert. I actually still consider myself a beginner. I've only been working with wires since like January or February, something along those lines, of this year, which is 2018 to be specific, because we are obviously coming up on 2019 for when I'm recording and when I'll be releasing the video. So yeah. But I don't consider myself an expert. I just, when I started working with it, like, I did not stop. So experience very quickly. I worked a lot with it. I had a lot of trial and error. I've got a lot of work that it was mediocre, quite. And I felt like it was mediocre just comparing to the work of others that was similar. And you know, some people will say, "Oh my gosh, you're really good," and I'm, you know, okay, thank you. I don't, you know, ways I don't feel like it is, though. I hope that it is, and I'm glad that people think that, because you know, I do sell my work. You know, I have it up for sale. So, you know, that's just, it is what it is. You know, you do the best that you can. That's all you can do. And you do the best, you hope for the best, and, you know, if it works out, hoorah. Alright, so now, see, we can come in and kind of spread these out a little bit if we wanted to. Okay, see, those kind of ended up a little tight, and that's okay. Alright, so, and I like that. That looks pretty good. You know. Alright, so now we're going to attach these. I'm going to turn this. And I have been thinking about possibly trying to make
a wire Christmas tree. I have not decided if I'm going to do it. I don't even know if I'm going to have time to do it. So I think what I'm going to do is when I edit the video, I'm going to put a poll right up over here. And you guys let me know. What do you think? Would you like to see me attempt to make a wire Christmas tree? Yes, no, maybe, don't care, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so do me a favor and vote on that for me. I'd really like to hear what you got to say. Even if it's a fail, I will still, you know, if you guys overwhelmingly say, yes, I want to see a wire Christmas tree. What I mean is kind of like this, okay, just in the shape of a Christmas tree and with, you know, all the accompanying colors and all that kind of stuff. Alright, so I'm back. My phone quit recording on me and I didn't know it. I'm sorry. So I was somewhere over here, so obviously at least I didn't, you know, it didn't get very far, at least. So I'm just gonna, you know, continue on with this. And with this one, I'm gonna have to untwist these wires just a little bit. Over here at the ends, a little, you know. If you've made a wire tree, you know what it's like. I'm just gonna leave it about like that. I think I'm gonna twist this one around a little bit. Just a little to give it some more dimension, so to speak. I keep hitting that. Alright, I'm just gonna twist that one up a little bit. Do a little bit of twisting on this one. Not much. Alright, that looks pretty good. And that gives it something different. You know, I like that. Alright, I'm just gonna continue on. Now, don't know if y'all can hear it or not. But my youngest daughter, for some reason, currently, when I am working on this, it is actually 12:20 a.m. In the middle of the night, quite literally. So, why my youngest child is awake, I don't know. But I attended to her and, you know, stuff. And so there's no reason why she's awake. So, you know, sometimes you just gotta let a child cry. As much as it breaks my heart, oh my gosh, you know, it happens, you know. And plus, like, middle of the night is like the only time just about that I can devote several hours into working without being bothered, you know, because if I sit at my desk in the middle of the day, that's all my child wants to do is to, what are you doing? You know, she wants to come see, come watch, you know, and it's just like, I can't work if you're, you know, sitting here in my lap trying to see what I'm doing. And which I understand, it's simple curiosity. I want to know what, you know, what has your focus, because it's not me. I get that. But it's just like, Mama's got to work, baby. Mama's got to work. Gosh, she's crying big time. And that was one thing I did while I was, while this thing was dead, so to speak, you know, tended to her and sat with her for a few minutes and everything. So yeah, she's had her time of, you know, getting attention. So now it's like, it's time for bed. You need to go to bed. Alright, so got all those. Now that doesn't look bad, and given this is a bit higher than this, so we can always just kind of scoot it down. Now if you wanted to, you could tighten that up. Of course, I want to leave it so it can, I can do the squiggles and everything in it, you know. So now we're going to work on this part. And I'm going to untwist this. Hope and pray that I did not mess up my base wire up here. And this right here, I'm not really going to worry about because we're going to do some twisting and stuff on it anyway, so it's no big deal. Okay. But that one is a bit, let's see, okay. And I am going to try to kind of get it a little bit straight, at least. There we go. All right. And I see that one actually kind of needs to be, I don't know. I want it over here for some reason. Don't ask me. I don't know. Let's see. This I want to leave sticking out because that's where my vine is. Okay. So I want to keep that separated. And I actually am going to, let's see, do a little bit of a better job at separating some of these wires out. See, I want that one over here. Those two. That's, how about this one back over here? And then I'll take this one instead. That one. Yeah. Yeah. All right. That looks good. So now it's twisting time. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to give it a little bit of a different effect, a little different look. I go ahead, take some of these, twist them up. Trying to remember to stay on camera and actually look up at my phone every now and then to make sure that I am on camera. All right, that's pretty good. Twist these up. All right, that's pretty good. All right, so now I'm gonna do that, and I think I need to twist this one just a little bit more. Oh, if you're doing this with your pliers, do be mindful. You can mar up your wire, like I almost just did. All right, so pretty good for that one. All right, so let's see. And then let's split this. I think I'm going to add one more. I want to add this wire right here to this little group. Okay. I'm going to turn this so I can get to it a little bit better. And like I said, you know, you don't have to do as much twisting of your wires as I'm doing. You don't have to do any twisting if you don't want to. You just kind of leave them straight. Now, I would suggest you twist where the trunk of the tree is. But otherwise, you know, you don't have to twist your wires at all, really. Just a, you know, personal choice, I guess. Okay. I want to kind of leave them splayed out just a little bit. I gotta kind of, there we go. That's what I was trying to do. All right, and then do that one time. Okay. And then this, let's see, where's that? It's right here. So I'm actually going to turn this around because I want to continue to twist this one up because that's my so-called vine. And I need to, let me get the wires on this side. There we go. So I definitely want these good and twisted. And you see I'm twisting it way up, so, you know, because I want to kind of get it intermingled into my tree a little bit. So, we'll get that out of the way. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to actually attempt to thread it through this little space right here. See if we can get it. Maybe. see. Yes. Okay. All right. Lord, my child is just having an absolute fit. Oh my gosh. If you can hear her, I am sorry. Because there's literally nothing else I can do for her. She's just awake. Alright, so that looks pretty good for that part of my tree. I think I am going to go ahead real quick. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to go ahead and put some bends and twists and stuff into my trunk here. A little bit. Don't want to do too much or anything, but you know, a little bit. And that's not horrible. Alright, let's see how that looks. That's not bad. Okay. That's not bad. Alright, so now try to get it back kind of 2D in ways. Alright, so I'm going to start with my most center pliers here. So I'm just kind of bending these up to get these out of the way. And again, just going to see. Get this one. There we go. Alright. So, again, need to separate. And I'm not going to do a whole lot of twisting on this top because I want to leave room for beads. So I'm going to do a little twisting, but not a whole lot. Okay. Well, she was just having a fit in there. And just to clarify, she is 20 months old now. And so she's hitting those, what I call the terrible toddlers. She's in that time. She's in that age. You know, where, you know, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. You know what I mean? So I'm actually going to kind of get these like over this way so they're more out of the way. So I'm going to stop this real quick and I'm going to tend to her, try to get her to calm down, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. So where were we? We were working on this part. The problem is now we want to attach. We want to figure out what we want to do with this, as well as attaching some of our beads and chips and stuff like that to it. Let's see. All right. Trying to figure things out here. So I'm going to start off with just a couple of these. I'm just going to pick out one or two. I think I'm going to go with those. Oh, I'm going to go with that little one too. And get a couple of these going. Let's see. Alright, so since that one's sticking out, kind of. Sorry, I just realized I was off camera. And just thread it on. And good. I'm happy that 22 gauge works well for these chip beads. Now, when I use chip beads, I do take a look at the size and judge it fairly good. If that hole is anywhere near the edge, I usually don't like to use them because then it stands a better chance of the chip bead actually breaking. Especially where that hole is. So I tend to stay away from the smaller chip beads, and especially I just have a really good look at where that hole is. And I'm just putting them on, no particular order. Okay. So now, I think I'm going to add a flower. Pretty little flower. And see, with my wire being not completely straight, kind of poses a little bit of a problem, in which I could just come through. This is part of why I like my wire to be fairly straight, because of stuff like that. And just gonna thread on one of these, see how that looks. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I like that. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. I like that. That's pretty cute. All right, so we're gonna add just a couple of more. And what you can do is go ahead and like do a little bit of bending to kind of keep like stuff from being too close together. You know, give it a little bit of space, you know what I mean. I'm gonna go ahead and just bend that right there. Throw on a couple of these. See that one, if you can tell, that one, that hole is awfully close to the edge of that chip bead, but I don't think it's too close, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it. I may not have enough of these chips out, but that's okay, because I've got more. I just didn't get a whole lot out. That's all I did. That's all it is. And I do be careful when I'm using any pliers on these, especially close to these beads, because they tend to want to crack and break pretty easily. Oh, I lost one. That's okay. You can always just kind of do it by hand. Bend it with your finger. You don't have to use your pliers like I was. It would kind of give it a little bit more of a natural look just to do it by hand, by your fingers. Okay, let's see how that looks. Because you can always just kind of bend it up, kind of like that. You know, give it a little different look. And I think that's cute. Because you don't want it completely and totally straight, you know. Ooh, and I realized I was off camera. So there we go. That's what I'm doing. And I'm just going to go ahead and do my 2 wraps right here. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and tighten that up. All right. And I'm going to twist this one up a little bit. Not too much, just a little. I know I already said this, but this is quite difficult to do. I don't have a lot of room. I'm going to go ahead and straighten this kink out to make it easier to thread the beads on with. And I think this time I'm going to go ahead and add a leaf and a flower. And I'm going to go ahead and put on another leaf. I think that'll be kind of cute. Because I do have plenty more. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Because I don't want all of these little flowers and leaves to be at the same part of the tree. You know what I mean. I do want them to be kind of here and there and yonder. Just picking up whatever beads. I usually like to do something kind of random. A little bit. And you just kind of bend it some. And there we go. See how that looks. Yeah, that's pretty good. Except for I'm going to move it up a little bit. Yeah, come back here. This is quite difficult, especially because of the size of the tree, the size of the base wire, and all of that. I mean, it's hard enough to make a regular size tree of life, but then when you're making a an extra large, I guess you could say, tree of life. It can be a bit difficult, but be a bit daunting. Let's see, that hole's there somewhere. There it is. All right. I'm seeing again, I didn't straighten my wire out. That's going to make it a bit difficult. And I think this one I'm not going to put a flower on it. Just to kind of mix it up a little bit, you know. Okay. Need a little bit more. And if you have not figured out yet, this is gonna be quite a bit of a long video, and there's not much I can do about it. I wanna give you guys the real time feel of what this takes to make this thing. You know, I've already cut out making this part and doing the other part, you know, of the base wires of the hoops and stuff, but that part really didn't take all that long. And I started on this one, doing my own hoop, because at the time I had an idea to buy some of those metal macrame hooks to make like dream catchers. But at the time I saw that Michael's had some, but I could not get to Michael's at the time. And I looked at Hobby Lobby, I looked at Joann's, I looked here, I looked there, could not find any. And I said, well, okay, how about I just make my own? I'm just gonna make my own. And that's what I decided I was gonna do, and that's what I did. And now, since I've ordered, or not ordered, I've purchased a pack of 3 hoops from Michael's. I've been to Michael's since, but still, since I was working on this and I wanted to work on this one, that's why I thought, well, I'll do this to kind of show it to you. And some people I know do prefer more of a faster paced video, something where you're pretty much getting right to the point, you know. And while that's all good, I'm not much of one to speed through things. You know, I'd rather take my time and let you see what I'm doing and explain it, and so you understand it. You know, I'm more about quality than quantity, you know. Luckily, the quality of this video is not half bad. While it's not 4K, you know, it's still in HD. It's not bad. It's usually I can get my quality of halfway decency, you know. So I think with this one, oh, there we go. And I'm gonna thread this one on like this. There we go. And I'm still kind of getting it in the same spot, and I don't mean to, but it is what it is. I need to get out a few more of these. Those are a bit small. Let's see, where's this hole? Right here. And I'm gonna just kind of bend it around a little bit. Yeah, I could stand to add a few more to it. One or two more small ones. Of course, if you're making yours, you can add as many or as few beads as you want. You don't have to fill it up. You know, it's all up to you. It's creator's choice, I guess you could say. This is just how I'm doing mine. That's why I don't really want to call this necessarily a tutorial. It's more of, you know, watch me work, so to speak, and let me explain what I'm doing. because for a tutorial, I've got the plan. I've got exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. And with this, I mean, I have a good idea of what I'm doing, but there's no definite set plan of what I'm working on, what I'm doing, you know. Okay, and this one, I think I'm just going to add a leaf straight down at the bottom of it, just by itself. Oops, I got to straighten that out. Doo-doo. Excuse me. Almost, there's a little kink. Let's see if I got that out good enough. You know what? That's good enough. I like that. That's cute. That's cute. Yeah. Whoop, whoop. Come back here. Come back here. Okay, where's the hole? Right there. Just thread them on. Like I said, no particular order. Just picking and choosing random beads to put on there. That's all I'm doing. I have made several different looks of trees of life that were more of a pendant size. I've used some that had like red glass chip beads. It was actually more of a red, brown, orangey mix of chip beads. You know, I've used some with all just aventurine. I've used some with all of these. Like I said, I can't remember exactly what kind of beads these are, but I've had them for a while. I've used them. I know what they are. I just can't think of them. You know, I've used round seed beads to make a tree of life with. You know, I've used all kinds of different things. I've made some trees of life that didn't have any beads on it at all, and I absolutely love that look. Now, has everything sold? No, but you know, that's part of the point of it. You know, you don't necessarily have to sell everything that you make, but the point is, do you like it? You know, what are your thoughts on it? Because you're the one who made it, you know. And eventually, you know, if you're selling your stuff, eventually you'll find somebody who will like it as much as you do and will buy it. I'm hoping I'll find somebody who will buy this. Because I don't know, I wanted to make it just to have it made, but then I feel like I need to make it for someone. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Let's see. Where's that? Where's that? Right there. Alright. I'm trying my best to really seriously stay on camera. Alright. Go. Go. There we go. That's good. All right. Wrap this one. And I just like to go in with all these, go ahead and tighten them up just so that I know it's done. I don't have to go and do it later. So, let's see. I think I'll go ahead and work on this one. Whoops. There I go, hitting my thing. I'm going to twist this up a little bit. Oh, that's untwisting it. I want it this way. Not a lot. You know, but a little bit. Oh. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm not going to do much more than that. So now, gotta separate. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, so I've got that, okay. Now with this, I'm gonna do a little bit of twisting on these. I myself don't want to do too much twisting. Just a personal choice. You can twist these as much as you want. Matter of fact, on some of those trees of life that I was talking about, especially the ones that didn't have any any beads on it at all, any kind of chip beads or anything, a lot of what I did was just twist it up, you know, and it looked, I liked it. I liked them a lot. Alright, so that's separated. Get that separated. And then we want to go in. And we want to, let's see, I want to keep that one down and keep this one up. Straighten that out just a little bit, make it a little easier to get my chip beads on there. Okay, and I'm going to, I'm trying to think. I'm going to pause this real quick so I can get some more of my beads out because, yeah, I didn't get nowhere near enough. So I will be right back. I got my chip beads out the rest of the way. So just going to add some more. Just keep adding. Add to your heart's content. You could probably leave a few of your, there it is, a few of your wires empty if you wanted to give it, you know, a little different look if you wanted to. And I mean, you could even use different colored beads. You don't have to use green for a tree. I've used some amethyst chip beads as well, and made a some really pretty trees of life. Now here's one I wanted to show you. Because of how the hole is, it's not going to be a good one to use. Oops, right there. Okay, because of how that hole is, it's just not going to be very good. I'm going to still attempt it, I think, but yeah, because if you can kind of see how that is a little bit, it's just, I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to try it. All right. And I'm going to add a single leaf. Again, slightly different spot. There we go. And yeah, you can use, like I was saying, you can use different colored beads. You can use like all brown beads, browns and reds and a little bit of greens and stuff like that to make more of an autumn looking tree. You know, I think that would be really cute. Probably the next tree that I end up making will likely be one that's got about every color in it, you know, and it's just kind of going around, you know, different shades and stuff. I don't know. I haven't quite decided on that quite yet, but it has run through my mind. But I am thinking that, oh, where's the hole? Where's that? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I lost it. Like I had it and I lost it. There we go. All right. I'm thinking for the next video that I make, I'm not quite sure yet. What would you guys like to see? What would you guys like to see me make next for a video? Like in a ways I have things in mind, and in a ways like I'm lost, you know. What do I make? What do I do? You know, I could make a smaller tree of life. Could make a bracelet somehow with something. I mean, anything. What are your thoughts? Leave that down in the comment section below for me. Let me know what you think. What would you like for me? What would you like to see me make next in a video? I want to get your thoughts and opinions on that. I gotta straighten that up. Alright, so got that pretty good. Now keep in mind that if you do straighten your wire out like I just did, it does work harden it. Maybe not a whole lot, but it does work harden it a little bit. So sometimes that could be really neat, really useful to do. Get this big one right here. Just kind of break up the look a little bit. But yeah, I like using chip beads because it just gives the tree. And see, there's another one that's got a really thin spot on it, and it may not stay on there, but we're gonna try it. The chip beads give it a little bit more natural of a look. It's not just bam, you know. That's just what I like. All right. And there we go. Let's see. Do a green one, and a nice green one. Let's see. Yeah, that's gonna be enough. And I'll still go through with my pliers and do some more bending on the wires to give it a less straight look, I guess you could kind of say. Okay. Like doing kind of like that, you know. Except for it's becoming more 3D than I wanted to. Kind of like that. You know, just going through with it like that is about what I'm wanting to do. Okay. Oh, all these wires. All of these wires together, just no. Oh, sorry. I hope I don't make you guys seasick or anything from hitting the doggone arm to my camera. Try not to. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and add one of these. One of these. Another one. Okay. Get that wire out of the way. So, Thanksgiving just passed for us here in the U.S., and I am hoping that you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. For those of you who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you had a great day and a great week nonetheless. you know. And just as soon as I get this video made and posted, I do plan on going ahead and posting it up for sale. So if you haven't yet and you are interested, check out my my Facebook page, which is of course facebook.com/HNS Designs Now. Okay, I've got all of my stuff up and posted. It's all up for sale, and for this weekend, being you know, Black Friday and Small Business Saturday and Cyber Monday and all that, I do have sales going on. So that's why I do mention. I mean, just as soon as I get this video finished and made, I am gonna post it quickly so that you guys will know, just in case, you know, you want to purchase this, or you know, you want to purchase something else that that I've got up for just for general sale. I will have specials going on. All right, I'm just gonna add another one, just random. I kind of do like using these leaf beads because they take up so much room. And I don't have to use quite so many of my chip beads, because the chip beads, obviously, you know, they're only so big. So, you know, even though you may try to use so many of the larger ones, you still end up having to go through quite a bit, you know. And I am just picking random beads, just because, you know, just trying to break up the look of it. Ooh, I like that one. Look at that chip bead. Isn't that pretty neat? That's a pretty neat looking bead right there. That's pretty neat. I'm going to use that. I like that. Alright. I'm going to let that be the end of that one. I can't believe, you guys, I cannot believe that it's already the end of November. It's going on December and Christmas time and, you know, end of the year. And I'm like, no, it can't, not yet. It's too quick, you know. Because my youngest daughter, she's only 20 months old, and it's just like, I'm not, time needs to slow down. She's my last child. I'm not having any more. You know, I'm sure you all know how it feels. You know what I'm talking about. You know, it's just, I'm not ready for her to continue to grow up yet, you know. Whereas I'm a single mother, and it's just like, yep, kind of want you to grow up so you can kind of do things on your own, but at the same time, just, you're my baby, you know. You know how it is. You guys know how it is. Just getting the wires separated. Again. Let's see. There we go. All right. Well, you know, again, when you are using pliers, especially with any kind of colored wire, even though I do use Parawire, and it's a really good brand, and it does hold up to quite a bit, it will still only hold up to so much. So be mindful if you use pliers. Whoop. To do any of your twisting or anything like that. I prefer to use pliers just because it gives me a better grip on things. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, it would, wouldn't it?
Let it go. There we go. There we go. All right, so I think on this one I'm gonna go ahead and add a flower down at the bottom, towards the bottom of it. Again, you know, just kind of sort of breaking up the look a little bit. But any, as I was saying just a couple minutes ago, if you're interested in purchasing any of my work, it's all for sale over on H&S Designs Now on Facebook. I do make custom orders. You know, I can make custom orders. Now, unfortunately, if you are someone who has subscribed to my channel, and for future subscribers, I am unfortunately going back to work, so I won't have quite as much time to devote to making much, or to, you know, making as many videos again. But I'm doing my best. I'm going to do my best to continue on, you know. So, yeah. Because you know how it gets if you got to have a full-time job. It happens. That's life for you, huh? I would love it if you know, my business was picked up enough to where I could just do this all day. You know, that's what I'd love to be able to do, especially for my children. You know, that way I could be with them a bit more, because my oldest is in school, so that's not so bad. But it's my youngest that she had me home. She had me at home there for the majority of the first part of her life, and so she got used to that. And so it's kind of what I wanted to happen with my business. But you know, with a lot of businesses, a lot of small businesses, it does take some time to get it going and everything. And you know, so until then, you know, I gotta do what I can, do what I gotta do to pay the bills, especially when you're single, you know. And you know, I don't want my children to be the ones to suffer, you know. So what suffers is my business, and what suffers is my videos. You know, I just do the best that I can every day. That's all I can do. That's all you can do. Let's see, not yet. Get back, get on there. I just realized I was off camera again. Good grief. I'm horrible. I'm sorry. Again, I am working with a very limited amount of space, so when I drift off camera, I do apologize. I don't mean to. I think if I do another project this big for you guys, I'm probably gonna just put my camera back on the tripod, like I had it before in the first few videos that I did, just so it's a wider shot. You'll be able to see more, you know. This one I'm just gonna put a leaf. And that way, yeah, you'll be able to see more. You won't be able to see quite as good of detail unless I, you know, hold something up to the camera. But, you know, I won't, hopefully, wouldn't wander off out of frame, you know. Let's see. Come here. Where's the hole? I don't know if this has one. Oh, there it is. It's in a weird way. Oh no, hey, it jumped around on me. There we go. Get on there. Go. Alright. Just a couple of more. Let's see.
I think I'm going to actually add a flower. I'm going to go ahead and add another leaf too. Because with this one, I can just kind of do like that right there and give it enough space. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at that so far. And that's not bad. That's not that bad, really. You know. This one kind of could use a little bit of bending and twisting a little bit and stuff. But I think that's looking good so far. You know. So 2 more on this side, and then we're done with this side. So yay. And I think I am going to go ahead, twist a bit more. Let's see. Alright, and I'm actually going to kind of snake this one kind of through a little bit here, and like up in between right here, I think, if it will do it, without messing any of my chip beads up. Alright, let's see if it'll go. Woo! And I'm moving all my beads around over here, kind of get those out of the way. Let's see. Alright. Not bad. Okay. And I do kind of need to twist it a bit more. A little bit more. Let's see. Trying to find a good way to do it. Oh, and I'm untwisting. Oopsie. Whoops. Ah, sorry about that, guys. I'm horrible. And if my desk wasn't so messy. That's the thing. If I do a video like I was saying, where I'm pulled out a little bit further, you know, I'm definitely gonna have to clean up my desk a good bit. Alright, so I kind of want that to sit like in between here a little bit or something. Yeah, there we go. Alright, get that around again and separate these out. There we go. Straighten my wire so I can get my beads on there pretty well. There we go. Alright, I'm going to get a couple of small ones in here. Woo! Come back here. Sorry, I've lost things to talk about. If you are a subscriber to my channel, and if you're not, please hit that subscribe button. You know, if you watched a lot of my videos, you know I usually can find something to talk about, so that it's not just what I call dead air. You know, I can't stand that. So I usually try to be talking about something, especially try to keep what I'm talking about relevant to the project as much as I can, without being too repetitive, Gotta get something to drink. Okay. One or two more. Okay. And this tree could have probably used a good deal more of wires, because it's not turning out quite as thick and detailed as what I'd hoped it was going to be, but it's still okay. I'm still liking how it's turning out, you know. And I am also very much liking the flowers and the leaves that I decided to try on this. This is turning out really nice. And let's see. How's that look so far? Okay, we got one more. And actually, I think I'm just going to kind of skip this one. As crazy as that sounds, because I've used so many chip beads right here. I think I'm just going to kind of twist it around in between some of these wires a little bit. I guess to kind of give it a viney look again still, you know. Just in random spots, little random areas. Nothing in particular, you know. I think I'm gonna end it like right here. Let's see. Get that to go down. Go through. Get. All right. Now let's hope that I don't forget to trim that off when I get done with everything. All right. So now it's just on to this part. So I think I'm going to take a quick little break and I'll be right back. All right, back at it again here. Had to do some adjusting, you know, but let's see. Go ahead, get this separated and then get these separated. Let's see. They would be difficult, wouldn't they? Oh, that's the one I want. And this one. All right, so 3 and 3, okay. And again, just gonna twist them up a little bit. If you can tell, I kind of had to adjust the angle just a little bit. Hopefully it's better and not bad or whatever, but, and I'm going to go ahead and twist this one. Twisting this in a different direction, just because that's how it was going. I wanted to keep it going that way. Alright, so that's good. Separate that out, separate that. Now untwist these again. Let's see. And yeah, I'm gonna leave that about like that, yeah. Straighten this out a little bit. And start threading on. Woo! Come back here. Let's see. Alright. Let's get that down. And find the little hole. These holes in these things are so small sometimes. So hard to see them. Alright. Gonna add a leaf. Just a leaf on that one. Let's see. And when I was deciding with exactly what I wanted this tree to look like, I almost got a piece of labradorite to wrap this thinner wire around, but I don't know, I just decided against it. I wanted to keep a greenish look, and all the labradorites that I have and on hand, I tend to prefer the more colorful labs. So I don't really have any that just have a lot of greens. They have a lot of blues and greens and purples and yellows and everything like that. And which all labradorites that I've seen are absolutely gorgeous. It just wasn't the look I was going for this tree. And of course, because I didn't think of that ahead of time, you know. That's what you get, you know. Let's see. I can add a few more. Let's see. Get this big honking clear one. Okay. And then a super green one. Okay, let's see how that's doing and looking. I want to pull this up a little bit if it'll move some for me. There we go. There we go. Doesn't want to cooperate. All right. All these lights on are making me hot. Crazy to think that, being that it's almost December, you know. And I am going to go ahead and really quick and do some bending on this one. Just to kind of get that a little shorter, a little bit, kind of. Get it to sit how I want it. Alright. And I'm actually going to leave. Let's see. Yeah. That's how I'm going to have it right there. Okay. Straighten this wire out a little bit. There we go. Alright. Where's the hole? Right there. I wish I could remember what kind of chip beads these are, because I know that is adventurine, but it's not agate. I know it's not agate. Just can't remember what kind exactly. I would literally have to go back to Joann's. And which in a way is because I went the other day, actually. And the weird thing is they were having a 70% off all their strung beads. And oh my God, I could have had a field day. I could have easily spent $100 even with the 70% off, you know. And I came real close to going ahead and getting more of both of these. But, you know, I just decided, no, I don't need it, you know. I'm good. but I didn't think, oh, Star, you're gonna be, you know, making another one. It's gonna take a lot, you know. So, all right, looking good. Let's see. Right there. Let me get this big old dark one. Whoop, well, goodness gracious. Alright, that's pretty good. Wrap that around. Get it nice and tight. Alright, there we go. Okay. And I think we're going to go again on that one. Oh, and see, me, I didn't. Please go. No, okay. So, take it off, straighten it out. You live, you learn. I should have known that. I think I'm gonna do it like that. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm dwindling down, guys. I really should have gotten some more of these chip beads. Ugh. But I'm gonna use what I have and just do what I can. And hopefully I can stretch them out enough. Because I also realized that I have a Venturine in that other little pack I've got. But whatever these are, I don't have any more of. So, yeah. Might have messed up a little bit, you know. We'll see. Where's the hole on this one? Right here. Right there. There we go. Get a few more on here. See, there we go. All right, I am going to go ahead and get out these. And these are all nice and larger chip beads, whereas all of these were just kind of different mix of sizes, which is fine. Completely fine. I don't mind that. But I wanted that. I wanted it on purpose. I wanted the larger stuff. Alright, and I'm gonna have to get this red one out of here. There we go. That way I don't accidentally pick it up. You know. I'm gonna go ahead and get all of them out just in case. Hopefully I don't need all of them, but you never know. Alright, so that's those. Okay. Okay. There it is. actually got that one pretty good, nice and tight. Alright. Awesome. Let's see. You in the middle, go over here. You go over here. And I'm going to go ahead, bend this up really good. Back over a little bit. So, yeah. Yeah. Don't ask me why I'm doing this at this point. I just want to. I don't know. Alright. There we go. And see, that gives it a much more natural look. Right there. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Let's see. Straighten this one out. So I can straighten my beads on there. Alright. And let's see. Sometimes I kind of wish I had someone to talk to. While I'm doing longer videos like this, you know, instead of just talking to my phone, because that's all it is, you know, which I'm not talking to my phone, I'm talking to you guys, but you know, I like to have a response back, you know. I think I'm just gonna go with it. I see I'm already gonna have to get out more of these leaf beads. I'm already running pretty low. I think I've got one left over here. Wow. Phew. Let's see. I've still got quite a few more branches to do, so I hope I don't run out too soon before I can finish this thing up. And especially I don't want to have to go back and take some off of some of those. Okay, there it is, right there. Right there. Alright. Let's see how that's looking. There we go. Okay. Which I probably could have taken some off of it, but I'd already got it strung on, so it's staying. Alright. And which actually, I could, again, just twist this up a little bit, save some room. Okay. Alright, there we go. Straighten that wire out. Alright, I'm going to pause the video again and get out some more of my leaf beads since that's the last one I've got out. And I need to get a couple more of these flower beads since I've only got 2 left sitting out, and I'll be right back. Okay, got my stuff out, got it ready. Alright, so here we go again. Let's see. I did warn you this is going to be a very long video. I don't know exactly right offhand, but it's probably going to be pushing 2 hours, if not even possibly longer. But that's why I'm kind of stopping my video like in between times, you know, when I do have to get out more things, to help shorten it what I can. And also, if you would like to see this video but in a shorter version, comment down below. You know, let me know, hey, speed this up, this is just too long, I want to watch it but I don't want to sit through the whole thing. Let me know. Cool beans. You know, that's a-okay, absolutely no problem. I feel your pain because I'm having to sit here and do it all. Let's see, kind of bend that around a bit. And let's see, yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead, add that to right there, and then 1 or 2 more. Let's see, yeah, 1 more small one. All right, there we go. So yeah, if you want to see this video just sped up, and maybe if it has, you know, me doing audio commentary or not, yeah, let me know down in the comments below. And if you want that, I'll certainly do it. If not, I'll leave it be. I'm going to straighten this one up a little bit. I kind of like that little kink right there, so I'm going to leave that little kink. Gotta have a little kink in your life. No, I'm joking. Oh, Lord of mercy. Guys, this is not looking good. I'm really starting to think I'm going to have to take some of these off, and I don't want to do that. Oh. I really thought I had enough. I thought that I had enough chip beads, and I guess I'm wrong. That's what I get for thinking. Oh well. Okay. Going ahead and kind of bending that a little bit. Alright. And that's pretty good. Right there. Get that a little bit tighter. There we go. Much better. Okay. So now for this, separate these out. Oh, no, twist it the other way around. I'm glad I got my daughter to quiet down and go back to sleep though, because I have to do the majority of my work, especially when I make a video at nighttime. And so, you know, when they're asleep, you know, if you're a parent, you feel my pain. You know, you do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? And so, especially being a single parent, you know, woo, there I go hitting it again. I just try to work around them, you know, because they're my top priority. So if they come calling or crying or whatever, I'm there, you know, I do what I gotta do. Oh, see, and I can't even use that one at all. Let me show you. Because you see how that is? The hole is not a complete hole, especially right here. It's not a complete hole, so I can't even use that one, and that kind of sucks. So just set it aside. It sucks, especially since I'm running out of these beads. Alright, get that one on there. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to add one. So how many of you guys are ready for Christmas? Whether it's on a personal level or if it's a business level or whatever, are you ready for Christmas? I am not in either way. Never am, but that's part of it as well because I'm a single parent. You know, the majority of my money goes towards bills, you know, and so yeah. It's part of it. That's kind of why I wanted to start doing videos like this, and so that maybe, you know, one day at some point maybe I can do well enough on it that maybe I can earn a little bit of cash, because, you know, YouTube, you know, can pay you money for your videos and stuff through the monetization and stuff, and maybe I can get to that point one day. Lord knows. Would be nice, you know, even if it's not much, it would be nice. A little extra cash wouldn't hurt, you know. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna do another one. Let's see. Yeah, way down there. I think I'm gonna thread this one. Yeah, there we go. And then whoop, 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 whoop. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I lost it. There it is. Way up here. Wow. Alright. So I have a question for you guys. What kind of music do you enjoy listening to? Let me spit that out right. What kind of music do you enjoy listening to while you're working to help you kind of get the creative juices flowing? This is just a general question. You don't really have to answer it. Just kind of find something to talk about. Personally, you know, I'm 36 years old, so I was born in 1982. But growing up, my dad listened to classic rock and my mother listened to country. And I personally love both. I will listen to rock and country now. But I personally absolutely just still do love classic rock. And two of my most favorite songs ever made, ever, okay, it's a tie between two classic rock groups. The first one is Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody. I absolutely love that song. I always have, always will. I mean, I can jam to that every day, you know. And then as a tie, I like the Eagles'
Hotel California. I just love how it sounds. Just it's a story. They're both stories. They're both awesome groups. They've done phenomenally well, you know. And I mean, I grew up listening to them, so you know. There we go. And one or two more on this end. But I generally, here lately, I've been listening to a lot of alternative rock. Though I listen to pop, and I listen to a little bit of everything, really. But to me, you can't go wrong with Bohemian Rhapsody or Hotel California. You know. But yeah, I mean, if I'm around someone else and they put on anything else, you know, I'll listen to it. No complaints. You know, I'll listen to whatever I can listen to, because to me, as long as it's got a beat and as long as it sounds pretty good, that's what matters. You know, I think I'm going to twist these up, make it slightly different. There we go. Not much on that one. I think I have just enough left over. No, I might be a little short. I don't know. Alright, so let's see. And of course, me running so low on my beads, you can tell it is affecting my tree, but that's okay. It's okay. Where's the hole on this one? I'm not finding this one's hole. Ah, there it is. It's at an angle. That's why it was so hard to see. Alright. Throw that one on, and then I'm going to do flower and a leaf. Let's see, I got those side by side, but oh well. It's okay. It'll be okay. And I actually did that one too many times, but it's alright. I know? Yeah, I did. Yeah. So I'm going to undo one of those. Oopsie. Tighten that up pretty good. Alright. Excuse me. Alright, so now with this, I'm going to use a couple more of these. Oh, wrong way. That way. And thought I straightened that out. Didn't I straighten that out? I straightened that out. I thought I did. I could have swore I did. Get down on there. Get down. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to use one more little one. Okay. I don't mean for my hands to get in the way while I'm doing this. You know, it can't be helped. So now, like I did with that one, I'm going to twist this around. Just so that there's one less wire that I've got to use. And to give it a little different look too, you know. This way, and then kind of bring it down here if I can. Tighten it up just a little bit, and then just let's see how I can do by wrapping it around this
Yeah, I'm going to do it like that. There we go. Now I still got to clean that up, but all right, so if you're not going to do the other part of it, this is basically your finished product, okay? And from here is where you can start doing your bends and things. And you don't have to do this again, you know. I'm kind of glad I finally got that done. That part, you know. Alright. And we're just bending. That's all we're doing. That's all I'm doing. And some of these wires have done fairly good to not be too straight on its own. So that's really, really good. There we go. That's what I was trying to go for. And let's see. Get my wires kind of opened up a little bit. And you see each one ends up having its own little different look, which is really good. Even though I'm doing the same motions with them all, they have different looks to them. Alright, so there's that part. Now, on to adding this. This is going to be, I think, the trickier part of it. So I'm going to kind of move all of this off to the side, what I've got left. Glad I had those extras. Let's see. Now here's where it's gonna, like I said, it is gonna be tricky, because you got to find the right point to start working. As well as actually getting it to do correctly. Alright, so there's one. Alright, and with these, now I'm gonna have to feed it through. And I did go through after I made the main base wire, and then also after I did the other two, I did go through on them with a hammer, try to get them to work hard in what I could. Of course, with aluminum, that's next to impossible. You know that. And I see I just got that out of whack. Got that moved off. I didn't mean to. There we go. But, you know, I did the best that I could with it, so that hopefully it would attempt to retain as much of its shape as possible. That is optional for you. If you want to do that, you can do it. You can try it. If not, leave it be. Whatever you want to do. It was just a look I wanted to kind of go for. That, and I did want to give it that look as well, that hammered, a bit of hammered look. But I didn't do it very hard or very much. It was very light. Let's see. All right. And something else that you can do after you get, what I have typically done with all of my extra wires is usually I don't just, wrap them 2 times or 3 times. I'll usually wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap until it's finished. You know, I've used up all that wire, especially on these end wires, just to kind of give it a little bit of a better look to it. Woo! Sorry. But with this, because I'm making it in a certain way, you know, I did not want to use up all those wires because I wanted to add these other pieces to it. Alright. And that one goes above. And of course, I'm just wrapping this around once. You can certainly do more than that if you want to. But the hard part is over. Yay! That was getting all the beads on there. Alright, and then coming down. Now, this is going to be a bit tricky because some of these wires are a good bit shorter. So, we're just going to hope that we have enough. I did my best to make sure I had enough wire for everything, so yeah. That one's a bit short, so I'm gonna have to kind of utilize my pliers there. And another thought that I had as well, that you could always try doing is after you get done with all this, if you end up making a tree just like what I'm making, but you want it to look a little differently, what you could do is you could take an extra bit of wire after you get it all done, all complete, all these, you know, ends are cut down and everything, and you can go along with some more of this wire for the tree itself and just kind of fill in the gaps if you wanted to. Just a thought. I don't know if I'm going to do that just yet. I haven't. I've thought about it, but I haven't decided. Tighten that up just a little bit more. I see I only went once around that one. I don't know why I did that. Don't know what I was thinking. Probably wasn't thinking. Alright. Here's some of these. It's going to be a bit tricky. Oh, that one's good long. Good. We're getting there though. Alright. One last nice long one. And now here's the tricky ones, because they are a good bit shorter. Okay. And now, see, I missed my point where I need to actually thread it through on the other side of the wire. But that's okay. It's okay. See. Get that moved around. Get that just kind of off to the side a little bit so they don't poke me so much. Definitely trying to make sure I don't crisscross any of these wires either, because that's just not the look that I want to have, not the look I'm going for. Alright, there we go. That's not quite. Let's get it side by side. All right. side by side and sitting how I want it, where I want it. There we go. Ooh. And see, it tried to crisscross on me. Alright. Ooh. Sorry, it's windy and rainy here tonight, and that wind just kicked up like big time. Like I heard it. Whoa. Trying to get this done, but also make sure I stay on camera. Keep thinking I'm on camera. I'll look up and nope, not on camera. All right, yay, got that part done. Okay. So now, that pretty good. I swear to God, if I wasn't dedicated to this thing, I would just toss it, because this is getting on my nerves. It really is, but I want to see how it's going to turn out, and I'm dedicated, and I want to finish it, and I think honestly that I'm going to be proud of this thing when I get done with it. It's probably going to be a one-off. I'll probably never ever make one of these again. Not this size, at least, you know, but especially not with all this kind of stuff, you know. But, you know, I think I'm going to be proud of it. I'm already kind of proud of it a little bit. Let's see. Oh, get that moved over and up. There we go. And I am kind of glad I did choose my 22 gauge wire. Oops, and see now I do have to kind of get it a bit tighter. This part at least. Alright guys, so my phone ended up like cutting off the video. Sorry, I think I only had a little bit left up here. But I stopped what I was doing because I realized what it was. But I'd finished that up and then I was like, ay crap. So anyway, so now we're gonna see about attaching this 18 gauge aluminum wire. We'll see how it goes. So I do want to keep it on the bottom. So with this, let's see, get this piece up here. So now with this, we can actually leave this a little bit long. Let's see. Whoop, and see it come off. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Get back on there. And just wrapping it. Whoop, and see, because it's aluminum, it's not going to be quite as sturdy. Even though I did work hard in it what I could. But aluminum, you know, will only work hard in so much, you know. So, I think I'm going to go ahead, take my round nose pliers, and I'm going to go ahead and do a little swirly bit. Just like that. Nothing too much, but just kind of keeping it from where that wire won't fall off. You know. There we go. That's getting what I wanted. Come on. There we go. Part of it's because my finger's right there, but I gotta hold it to it a little bit. You know? Okay. Grrr. I said move over. Alright, so I think I'm going to leave that like that for right at the moment. Let's hope and pray that stays. Alright, I'm just going to tighten this one up. Kind of move it over a little bit. Okay, let's see. I'd actually hoped that I was going to be able to do like a cute little decorated wire wrapping on this, but I don't think that's going to happen. You know, you do what you got to do, what you can do, you know. And let's see how this is. Yeah, it's gonna be okay for at the moment. All right, and let's see. All right, just continue on because some of these pieces aren't quite as long as they have been, as they were. I'm gonna have to utilize my pliers to a degree at least. So anybody who's done anything like that, you feel my pain. You know what it's like to do this. And, you know, I hope that if you are planning on making something like this, that you have much better success with it than what I am. Oh my gosh. Oh, but this is going to be amazing whenever it gets done. I'll say that much. At least it better be amazing. I'm going to take my pliers and kind of tighten that up. There we go. Even though this is a longer piece, I still wanted to do that, and I want to go over here too. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, and then I want to move that. I should have moved that first. Kind of too late now, though. A little bit. And I've got it bent, and I didn't mean to. That's okay, because it is aluminum. Okay. Or as the our British friends call it, is aluminium. That's how they pronounce it. I always thought that to be funny. But that's how they talk, you know. Not trying to make fun of anybody. Okay, please don't think that. I'm not. Just find it funny, you know, potato, potato. You know, people pronounce things differently. I'll do one more. All right. I see that one bent out a lot more than I wanted it to. Okay. Also need to come through. Tighten that one up. Get that one to lay right. There we go. There we go. That's looking much better. Okay, and then also keep that straight. Alright, and just continue on. I do want to make sure I get that nice, decent looking first. Get tight. Oh, right there. There we go. so far it's going a lot better than I thought it started, you know, which is really awesome. Now, because it is aluminum that I'm working with here, you know, it's still kind of giving me a little bit of a headache, more than what I was expecting at least, because I have worked with aluminum some in the past on smaller pieces, but it wasn't quite as bad as what this is behaving, but it's not as bad as what I was expecting. Well, I thought it was going to be. Oh. Come in with, there we go. There we go. Yes. All right, and again, going to tighten this one up on that bottom. Get it to sit flat. There we go. Move that one over. Come on, go where I want you to go. Thank you. Okay. Whoops. Well, goodness gracious. I'm sorry. Oh, my Lord of mercy. Okay. Anyway, so you see, yeah, it's kind of getting bent out of shape, but I'm going to do my best just to kind of keep it into its shape as much as I can. Part of it is that I'm trying not to let this wire get too tight on it, to bend it out of shape. And that can be hard, especially when you're used to working with a copper wire that can work hard and properly and actually doesn't bend as easily. All right. And then this is the last one for the branches. Yay. For this side, at least, what I mean. And I didn't tighten that up. And I should have. Dummy me. Okay. Okay. Alright, not half bad so far. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of try to get this to come out. Now here is going to be a bit of a tricky part, because not all of these wires are going to want to go around like I need it to or like I want it to. So I'm just going to do the best that I can and hope for the best, you know. Also make sure all these are nice and tight and everything. Oh, there I go, bending it. And that kind of went crooked. There we go. There we go. At least want to get 2. I'd rather get 3 or 4, but if I can at least get 2, it'll be much better. Alright, now this one though may really give me a hard time because there's not much wire there. First off, I need to tighten that up. Alright, so now I'm just going to have to use my pliers on this one completely. Come on, once more, at least. Please. Yay, I got it twice. I'm happy with that. I can't complain too awful much. I got what I wanted out of that one. Alright. I'm just going to continue using my pliers. I have to put them down and pick them up anyway, so might as well just keep them in my hand. Might as well just keep them in my hand and use them. Alright. Once more, if it will. Yes. Oh, 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 don't want that, don't want that, don't want that. Move that out of the way. I don't want it to overlap. Alright. There we go. There we go. Alright. Tighten that up. Okay. Oops. And see. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay, those could have been a bit tighter. Let's see if I can get it a little tighter. Where'd that wire go? There it is. Alright. There we go. It's pretty good. Okay. Alright. There we go. Okay. I think I can do one more on that one. It won't hurt. I realized I was drifting off camera again. Sorry. There we go. Alright. Okay, that one's pretty good and tight. Get that out of the way a little bit. So I can tell now, because I'm holding all these wires with my left hand as I'm wrapping this wire around. It's that aluminum is definitely keeping. Woo! Whoops! There we go again. Sorry about that. The aluminum is definitely keeping a much better shape while I'm holding it, and that's wonderful. It's wonderful. So if you choose to make one, keep that in mind. Shoot, if you choose to make one of these, keep it in mind to use nothing but copper wire. Don't use aluminum. Well, I mean, I'm not saying don't use aluminum, you know, but, you know, just know what you're getting into if you choose to use aluminum. Because like I said, I thought that it wouldn't, you know, I expected some, you know, road bumps, so to speak. But also, you know, I don't know, it's just weird. I don't know. Okay. That one kind of got, that part got bent out of place a little bit. I'm going to do one more. There we go. There we go. Alright. My nail has gotten all kinds of messed up now. Ooh. Well, that's what happens when you do stuff like this. When you do what we do, it happens. Alright. Got that nice and tight. So now, that around. Oop. place a little bit again. Okay. Okay, and again, I'm going to get this nice and tight on that flat wire. And I didn't realize when I had to, one of the times that I had to stop, I had to load some of the video that I'd already recorded, and I realized that I was being a very loud breather, and I apologize. So I hope that doesn't bother any of you. I'm trying to be mindful of that. Here we go. But at the same time, I'm like focusing on this stuff. I'm not paying attention to my breathing. Hey, at least I'm breathing. Okay, my phone overheated. I had to stop, so I don't know quite where I was. I didn't go back and look. Just thought I'd get going again. But anyway, yeah, that's life. I'm telling you, don't get the Samsung Galaxy S6. It's a good phone otherwise, but if you're doing anything like this, it's not that good of a phone. Especially because I don't have a way to add an external memory card, which kind of sucks, you know, but I'm stuck with it. Anyway, aside from that, it's a good phone. Just keep it on going. Okay, I'm actually going to turn this like this a little bit. I'm going to do one more. Try to get it straight and tight what I can. There we go. Much better. So now here's another part. It's going to be a little bit tricky. For one, I need to get that straight. All right. Tighten that up on the bottom one, or the middle, or whatever you want to call it. Wrap this around. Okay. That's another one that's only going to have two because it's so short. Likely all, you know, these will probably be the same way as, because they're so short. It's just the way it ended up being. Move you over here. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, my back's starting to hurt, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Trying to tough it out. Really am. Really trying to. Okay. Yeah, I think if I do another large, so to speak, project like this, especially if I record it, I'm gonna, well, if I do record it, I will more than likely just set it up on my tripod off to the side, and that way you get a better angle, get a, you know, a little bit wider of a view. I'll just have to remember to hold up my work a little bit more often so you can see a little bit better what I'll be doing. All right. All right. Whew. This thing's taking a while, isn't it? And get that to straighten out. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one like that. Okay. Get that wire good and tight if I can. what to do. No, maybe not. At least not right now. All right. And at the time of recording, it is actually like 1:30 a.m. and part of that, I think I got started on this at like 10 something, or I'm not sure, maybe 9. I'm not sure exactly, but it's taken a pretty good little while, just because, you know, my phone keeps messing up. Last time it messed up, it like I said, it overheated and didn't want to record, so I had to let it sit and cool down a little bit before I could go much further with it. So I just had to stop working because I wanted to capture this on camera for you, so you could, you know, see what's going on and how I'm doing it. That way, if you want to make something like this, you can, you know. Okay. There we go. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm over halfway done. Yay. Not much over halfway, but a little bit over halfway done. With this part, meaning, you know. Okay. Trying to remember every now and then to look up at my phone and check and make sure it is still recording. And that tried to, there we go. Tried to overlap, but I didn't want it to. There we go. All right. Okay, get it nice and tight. There we go. Okay, I actually do want to move that one. Get that to go down a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. And one thing that that this wrapping this like this, the more you wrap, especially these larger ones, it'll create more space between. So if you don't want them quite as close to each other, it's definitely an effect you can do with it. This one's, let's see. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, because I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low, anywhere the wind blows, doesn't really matter to me, to me. Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun, but now I've gone and thrown it all away. Mama, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, 'cause it doesn't really matter. Sorry, I've got the music playing in my head, so you know. Too late, my time has come. Send shivers down my spine, body's aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody, I've got to go. I gotta leave you all behind and face the truth. Mama, oh, I don't wanna die. Sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. Sorry, I can't make a guitar sound very well. I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Set up with the lightning, very, very frighteningly. Galileo, Galileo. I love that song. Oh my gosh, I love that song. Just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family, sparing his life from a monstrosity. Easy come, easy go, we let me go. Mishmillah, no, we will not let you go. Mishmillah, we will not let you go. Let him go. Mishmillah, we will not let you go. Go, never let you go, let me go, never let me go. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, let me go. Beelzebub has a devil for the sack for me, for me, for me. Favorite part. No, 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 no. Oh, sorry. I know, I'm random. So you think you can stop me and spit in my eye? So you think you can love me and leave me to die? Oh, baby, can't do this to me, baby. Just gotta get out, just gotta get right out of me. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Whoops. Sorry. Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters to me. which is the wrong sound, but all right, we're making headway. We got the roots done. Yay! All right, let's see. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. There we go. All right. Whew. Almost done. Yay. Getting there, getting there, getting there. On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of leaders rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to stop for the night. As she stood in the doorway, I heard the mission bell. I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. And then she lifted up the candle and she showed me the way. And I heard voices down the corridor. I thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Living it up at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise. No, I got that wrong. It's sad. I don't even know the lyrics to my own favorite songs. I've only heard them a million times in my life, you know. Any time of year. That's the part. That's what it was. That's the words. You can find them here. Modest and funny twisted. Excuse me. She got the Mercedes Benz on. She got a lot of pretty, pretty boys that she calls friends. As they dance in the courtyard, sweet summer sweat. Some dance to remember, some dance to forget. So I called up the captain, please bring me my wine. He said, we haven't had that spirit here since 1969. See, I don't remember the rest of these parts of the words. Oh. Anyway. Alright. Oh, Lord have mercy. Alright. I don't know how that one got out like that. That's okay. Alright. Oops, sorry. Keep hitting this thing. Don't mean to. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me, please. Big thing is, I'm trying to make sure that I do stay on camera so you can watch what I'm doing. I tell you what, Yvonne Williams, several months ago, maybe a year ago, something like that, she had made a large Tree of Life sun catcher, and she had used Parawire. She had also used she had used a large stone as like a focal piece, like down, you know, at the roots, and also had used aluminum wire. Hers turned out so nice. Oh my gosh. Because I don't know, it's just not working to work for right for me, you know. Trying to get it to work, but it's just, see, it's getting all bent out of shape and stuff, and just not quite the look I wanted it to have, you know. Trying to make it work, but it's becoming difficult. See, I don't want that one right now. I want this one. Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy. Actually, that one's... Let me go back right now while I see it. Tighten that up. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Get that to tighten. There we go. All right. Let's see. And I kind of had a thought too the other day when I was thinking about this, to possibly leave, especially if I had a lot of long pieces down here, leave it, you know, make it, you know, look like some nice rootage. I'm not going to do that just because it's just not long enough, but then also I just, you know, I want it to look nice and clean and everything, you know. So that's definitely something that you could do if you wanted to. I'm just not doing it this time. Tighten that up. Tighten that up. Okay. That. Don't have many left. Yay. bit right there. All right. Oh, and that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm trying not to forget. Turn that up real good. All right. Move that out of the way. And get this. These are a couple of the shorter ones, so it's only going to go around like once or twice. I have to use my pliers. All right. That's all I'm going to force on that one. And then this one, let me bend that up. I'm just going to have to see if what we can do. Yay, okay. And then really what I need to do is tighten this wire up on there. Bend this back down. All right. Straighten it up too. There we go. Move this. Eek! Arr! Alright, there's once. Let me get this to kind of. There we go. It's a little bit better. And twice. Okay. And so now I want to try to get those to kind of match if at all possible. So, clips. I think it was to about here, so I'm going to cut to right here. How that ended up getting a little extra, I'm not sure. I don't know what happened with that. I'm just going to do like that right there. Nothing fancy, you know. Alright, so and we can always hopefully kind of scooch it a little bit because it kind of looks slightly out of whack. If it will. I'm not sure if it will or not. Some of these wires are good and tight on there, and that could be a good thing. That could be a very good thing. Wow. Holy smokes, guys. That's on there. Alright, so I think now you can go ahead and continue to wrap these if you want. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to cut them off. I don't want to bother with them anymore. Oh my gosh, this is a very large. I hope that nobody wants one of these custom from me because I would pull my hair out. Oh. Normally for jewelry, I would cut the ends where they're going to be on the inside so that they don't stick and poke. But whereas with this being such a larger piece, it kind of doesn't matter too much. It's going to be, you know, it's meant to be on the wall or hanging in a window or something like that. So it should not be a problem. And like I said before, you actually could, if you wanted to, if you didn't have enough wire left over, because like some of these pieces like that's enough wire. You could wrap that a few more times. But some of the pieces aren't long enough. And you can always take a bit of extra wire if you wanted to and just kind of wrap it and make it look more filled in and everything. I'm not, just because I've spent so much time on this thing already. And I'm not expecting a great, you know, I'm not going to be asking a huge amount for it. Sorry again, guys. My phone is just being really weird today. I don't know what's going on with it. Let's just try to hurry up and get this thing done. I don't know how far it went. But I'm just trying to get my ends down, trying to get my aluminum wire to look halfway decent at the same time and all that.
So that's all we're doing at this point. I just happened to have looked up. I was working and I happened to look up because I was over here and I thought, well, let me see if I'm on camera. And I realized, oh, I'm not even recording. Great. So I do apologize for whatever that was missed. Hopefully it wasn't much. Hopefully it wasn't anything, but Lord knows, you know. If I had the money, I actually would invest in a better phone and a better camera and everything, but it's not in the finances. You know how things go. Bills come first, kids come first. You know, you gotta have priorities, and so, yeah. Whew, my back's hurting, but it's where I'm having to sit forward. I'm trying to make sure I'm keeping my hands and my work in front of the camera so that you guys can see it and all that. So, yeah. All right. Alright, some of my wire isn't quite as clean looking as I would like for it to be, but you know what,
It is what it is. I'm not making one of these again. Especially not like this, you know. But it is what it is. I do hope that you guys enjoyed making me make this monster of a piece that's 8 inches large. And again, you know, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, anything like that, please leave those down in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, so we'll see you later. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.